We are continuing to have a little bit of technical difficulty. Anytime you do this, you have that challenge. But again, we are going to be getting the ball back first.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if we had a long drive here, kind of keep it out of the playmakers' hands of South Doyle.
Yeah, that's what they're going to want to do tonight. You're going to play defense by offense. If you can control the clock, move the ball, slow, steady drives. Wear them down and keep the ball away from them. They can't score if they can't run offense.
That's right. It's kind of like what Tennessee needs to do with West Virginia tomorrow is run that ball, keep that ball away from West Virginia's playmakers.
That's it. So as we were talking earlier, coming off a loss, but there were a lot of positive things coming from the Austin East game. Coaches felt like they kind of plagued ourselves with penalties and beat ourselves in that game. So we're anxious to see if they can get some of that fixed.
So here's the kickoff from the 40, and that one looks like it's going to land in the end zone. So Gibbs will take over on their first offensive series at the 25. So here's our keys to the game.
Now these are from Coach. We talked about the both offense, defense, and the team goals for this week. So these are coming straight from Coach Turner on offense. We want to execute. He wants to control the clock just like we were talking about just a second ago. Move the ball, slow, steady movements. Defense, no big plays. That hurt us against Austin East. Minimize our turnovers and win the turnover battle there. And good tackling. He felt like we had a lot of missed tackles against Austin East. Starting off with a good run there, 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah, number 14 just took a little handoff around the left side. Had some room.
Yeah, that's going to be Troy Davis. But that's what Coach wants to do. He wants to run the ball. And he control the clock that way, try to keep it out of their hands. Let's slow the pace down of this game is what we're looking to do.
And we've got a South Doyle player injured. Let's go to one of our –
he might have got rolled up on the tackle there. I missed that.
Yeah, I did too. I don't really know what happened.
Well, as Davis came down, he kind of came down on a player, and I think he thought for a second that he might not have been down by contact. He thought he landed on another player, so he kept running. Right. So he could have took a knee there on a fall.
Yeah, and I honestly thought he was still up.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was down. I think it looked like from here at least that that he landed on the player and not the ground.
Yeah, and all the same, Coach take those 5-yard gains all night long.
So here they are, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. It's going to be a pass to your running back, number 6. He's at the 30.
For a first down, lowers his shoulder.
Yes, and gets tackled at the 33, and that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, that's going to be Zach Myers, not afraid to lower the shoulder and take a hit. That's from the coaching staff standpoint. Zach was our player of the game last week. Had a pick six against Austin East, or 2 weeks ago rather. Had 2 receptions for 35 yards. So we've actually got an interview from him that we'll be seeing later in the evening.
All righty, so 2 to his left, 1 to his right, running back in motion. It's going to be a handoff to the fullback, and he is stopped after a very low gain. Maybe a gain of 1 right there, bud.
A yard or 2. I like the calls, though, so far. We've seen something off tackle. We've seen a little short pass and something up the middle. So
mixing it up. Mixing it up. What great weather for this game. This feels like football. So 1 to his left, 2 to his right. You've got the H-back to his right and fullback directly behind him. It's going to be a handoff to him again. He's around the right side. He's to the 40 and is finally wrangled out of bounds at about the 41.
That's number 24, Isaiah Brooks, on the carry. I like the way he drove his legs. That's something that I was afraid we were going to be missing with the loss of Trey Mullins. That kid drove his legs all the way to, I think on the car ride home, he was still driving his legs.
I do as well.
So I'm glad to see that we've got something that's to help replace that. You can't replace a Trey Mullins, but if we got somebody else driving their legs, that's going to have to help.
So it's going to be a 3rd down and 1 for Gibbs at about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, we got a penalty here.
Offsides on South Doyle. That's going to put us into a 1st down.
And so far, Coach Turner's doing what he wanted to do. We're winning the penalty battle. We're moving the ball slowly but steadily, so let's hope we can continue this up tonight.
Absolutely. So that's a 1st down and 10.
Another one straight up the middle. That's a solid 5-6 yard gain.
I'll take that every single time, bud. And I know
Yeah.
Coach Turner will as well.
Back to the weather. About 3:30 today, we had some pretty severe storms come through here. So very, very thankful for this artificial turf.
Me as well. That's nice.
I think we got about 3 inches of rainfall here, it seemed like, in just an hour and a half earlier. So this would have been a mud bowl had it not been for this artificial turf.
So Tutu is right. Running back in motion. Fullback directly behind him on this 2nd down and 4. It's going to be a handoff to that fullback. He just keeps on dragging his legs. He's dragging South Doyle players, and that is a first down.
That's another 6 yards. So
our first down sponsor tonight is Your Kid and Me.
Yeah, so Your Kid and Me takes kids from 6 weeks up to 5th grade. They're located at Tazewell Pike in the IGA Shopping Center. Just to the left, you look, can't miss it when you go there, right here in the heart of Coreyton.
Great people. So it's going to be an end around, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And with forward progress, that's going to be a loss of 3.
Yeah. You're not going to win them all. We got a little pressure up the middle there, and luckily they didn't take the handoff. He was there as soon as the handoff was made.
He was. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 12 from about the 43-yard line.
I like the fact that they're looking at the setup of the defense and changing the play from time to time here from the coach's sideline. I think that's going to help them. They were running. Look how tight the box is for South Doyle. They're stacked up to stop the run.
Yeah. And he is stopped again. That's going to be a loss of 2. Now this looks like an obvious passing down right here, bud.
Yeah, I think it does too, and that's what you don't want to be in. You don't want to be in a position where everybody in the stadium knows what's coming next. With the drives we've been getting up the middle, 15 yards,
I'm okay with it.
You might see a draw or something here. So let's see what Coach dials up.
All righty, so 3rd down and 15 for Gibbs from right at the 45. He's back to pass, finds number 6 against Zach Myers, and it is just short of him.
Just a little underthrown.
So that's going to bring up 4th down and 15. It looks like Coach Turner is bringing on the punt unit.
Yeah, we're flipping the field, so look at the positive side. We're not getting the ball in our territory. I'm sure quarterback Dalton Wright would like to have that pass back.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of pressure in his face, but I think we saw some positive things there.
So Brady Spangler's back to kick this ball away. The punt is high, and it is short. It's going to be down at about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, we might get a favorable spot here, I'm hoping. No, it is going to be at the 34. I was thinking they might bring us on back a little closer to the 30.
I think it just went off the side of his foot. So
yeah, well, there was pressure on the kick, but he did get it off. So
South Doyle, 2 to the quarterback's left, 2 to his, looks like 3 to his right. As of right now, he's going to be all by himself in the backfield.
Yeah, it looks like Gibbs is going to respect that passing game. We've got 2 deep safeties. Corners are playing off the wide out, so they're respecting the speed of South Doyle. Man in motion there is one of their playmakers, Mr. Young. And that's what South Doyle wants to do, is get the ball in his hands.
And we talked about those keys of the game earlier. And, that is one of those where we have to tackle, and you have to make sure you drive that man to the ground. You cannot allow these South Doyle athletes, and that's what they are. They're extremely athletic, to get yards after the catch.
Well, Elijah Young's got a handful of D1 teams looking at him, and that's what we want to wrap him up just like that. Team tackle in the backfield. That's a win for Gibbs right there.
1 yard gain right there. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Young on the carry.
For those of you out watching tonight, there may be other folks that don't realize that the game is being broadcast live. Please feel free to share that so that other folks out there that may have an interest in this game can tune in and watch as well.
So 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Running back joins him to his immediate left in the backfield. Here's the snap, and it is going to be and they're going to bring him down.
You know, Southville's going to have to be crazy to think that they don't have a couple of guys spying him all night long.
Oh, I know. I mean, you had a Gibbs football player right back there immediately, and it actually bigger loss right there. But I mean, he's an athlete.
He is, and he's not somebody. I've seen a couple of shirt grabs. You're not going to bring him down by the shirt that often, but just to hold him up to get your teammates in there. So doing a real good job so far.
So 3 to his left, 1 to his right. Again, the running back joins him in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's back to pass. He's being pressured. He takes off. And number 14 takes him out at about the 41-yard line of Gibbs. So they move into Gibbs territory on that play.
Yeah, we're real lucky not to see a flag right there. Got a little carried away on the tackle, and that's going to happen at any level. But I hate to see that. Hate to see a 3rd and 10. You hold them and let a quarterback sneak free like that. But they're respecting the passing game so much. They've got guys so deep. Our cornerbacks are playing a solid 6 yards off the wideouts.
And you have to respect South Doyle like that. I mean, with the athletes they have, you've got to put some people back in coverage.
And they got good pressure then. He was just able to sneak out amongst the other white jerseys.
So here's a snap. It's going to be to Young again. He's off to the left side. And he is brought down at about the 35, 36-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of 6.
They're going to spot that at the 36. I don't think anyone in the stadium was surprised that he got the ball right there.
He's going to get the ball a lot tonight, and I can't really blame South Doyle for doing that. So 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Running back again joins him to his right in the backfield, and it looks like we got a flag.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to return the favor on that offsides penalty earlier.
Penalty is offside against the Eagles.
That's something we don't need right there is free yardage to give them.
So that's going to be a 1st down and 10 for South Doyle. The ball is moved all the way to the 31 of Gibbs. We can't give them freebies. We got to lock that down. So you've got a fullback and a running back in the backfield with the quarterback, 2 to his right, and he's being pressured. He's going around to his right. He's at the 30, and he is pushed out of bounds at about the 28-yard line, 27.
Yeah, quarterback's got some wheels on him.
So that's going to bring up about a 2nd down and 6.
It's 2nd and 6.
Quarterback Mason Brang on the carry, proving that he's got a little speed and he can move with the ball as well.
So 2nd down and 6. Ball placed on the 27. You got 2 to the quarterback's left, 1 to the right. Young again joins him in the backfield. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Young, and he is brought down in the backfield.
Loss. That's about a 4-yard loss there. So
what a play. We need more of that.
Yeah, that's a good job on that.
So that's going to push it back all the way to the 31-yard line, and it's going to be a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, seeing some athleticism out of the Gibbs defensive backs.
And it looks like Coach Turner has the blitz packages dialed up tonight.
Oh, he's going to have to. If you can't contain Elijah Young in the backfield, he's going to give you a heartache all night. Like Gavin Collins.
He's around the right end. He's at the 30. He's at the 25, at the 20, and he is pushed out of bounds about the 19, and that's going to be a 1st down and 10 for South Doyle.
Gavin Collins was in the backfield again on that play. Just got double teamed there and unable to get to the quarterback, and it seemed like both teams were headed to this near sideline. He saw a huge opening over there, a lot of green in front of him.
It's almost like they need to bring him from both sides because they need to have the ends come up field and force them inside instead of him taking off on foot. So 1 to his left, 2 to his right. Running back again joins him to his right in the backfield. Here's the snap, and it is going to Young. Surprise, surprise.
Straight up the middle.
And Gibbs is there waiting for him. 2-3 yard gain right there.
I believe that actually was Noah Myers. Yeah, Noah Myers. They're giving Young a little break here for a minute.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 8. So here you see the replay. He's on the right side of him, comes screaming into the inside, and you see his arms wrap him up, and we need more of that.
Well,
quarterback back to pass. He's being pressured,
he's get wrapped
and he's
up.
sacked.
That's a good 2-yard loss there. So
Notice right there, they came from both sides. They shut off that outside penetration, and he had nowhere to run.
here we are again, 3rd and long. This is the situation you got to win. You can't lose this all night. That makes it hard on the defense. Makes it hard on the coach. You got to win these 3rd and longs.
So it's 3rd down and 11 from the Gibbs 20.
Elijah Young is back in the backfield.
3 to his left, 1 to his right, and again Young joins him in the backfield. Here's the snap. Quarterback back to pass. Young straight out of the backfield. And I believe they missed the hold right there. And I don't know, incomplete.
It's incomplete, yeah. So he was looking for Young the whole way and had him a couple of times, actually, as Young's running through the zone. There was a couple openings you'll see here.
Yeah,
Young
you can
comes
see
out of the
Young.
backfield. He's open now. So
He's pushed the right there, and then he's just right on that sideline. I don't think that ball had no chance.
no, and give the defense credit. That quarterback was under duress. So we've got the field goal attempt here.
So number 20 of South Doyle will attempt a field goal from the 20. So you're looking at about a 35-yard field goal.
It's going to be Luke Lynn, senior kicker.
And it
Kicks
is good. That's going to bring your score to South Doyle 3, Gibbs 0. This is the Clear Springs Sports Network. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in and watching our broadcast tonight. I'm Justin Pratt, the senior pastor at Clear Springs Baptist Church. Generally, on Friday nights in the fall, you can find me under the lights somewhere in East Tennessee on a football field. But on Sundays, you can find me and my family here worshiping at Clear Springs Baptist Church. We want to invite you and your family to join us too. Sunday school, 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings. Sunday morning worship at 10:15. Sunday nights we gather at 6 o'clock. And then on Wednesdays at 6:30. This is my personal welcome for you and your family to visit us at Clear Springs Baptist Church.
And welcome back to Football at the Crossroads. South Doyle to kick it off here. It's a high and again.
Another deep kick.
Yes, another deep kick. I mean, you're talking 8 yards into the end zone.
Yeah. Well, this senior Lynn
At the 20.
proves to be a worthy kicker.
He is. I mean, he made the field goal, and this is the second kickoff that has sailed through
Also a
the
big
end
thank you
zone.
to these meal sponsors for 2018.
So Gibbs going to get a chance to go back on offense now. I think we're doing what we wanted to do. We did kill ourselves a little penalty there on defense and probably helped get them that 3 points, though he probably had an extra 5 yards on that kick, so we won't go that far. But I'd like to see more of what we saw, but let's finish it.
Absolutely.
We ran the ball well, passed the ball well, so let's see what they got lined up here.
So 1 to his left, 1 to his right, and handoff to the fullback, and he's still driving. He's at the 25 and is still pushing forward to about the 26, and that is
about a
all
5-yard
on his
game.
legs.
That's Isaiah Brooks. This kid's got some legs, got some strength.
Yeah, he's showing off at the start of this ball game. I mean, he is dragging people.
Yeah, Isaiah's dad played football here back in the 90s, late 90s. Daniel Brooks and a brother Matthew Brooks played ball here as well.
And here he is again, and this time it is a little bit more controlled by South Doyle. And
Still positive yardage. I'll take 3rd and short all night long.
absolutely. So he picked up about a yard. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 from about the 28-yard line.
Brooks on the give.
Brooks is he's not a small kid.
No, and he's a strong kid. Part of the wrestling program here at Gibbs, so that does a lot to help you as a football player. The individual effort on the wrestling mat,
And it's him
and
again.
you can see he just gained that 1st down with his legs backwards.
Wow.
Brooks on the carry.
There's just no quit in this kid, and he's showing off. Number 2-4 is came here for some physical football. So it's a 1st down for Gibbs at about the 30-yard line.
I believe he's got a younger brother coming up too, probably in maybe the 6th grade or something right now. That's a good little athlete as well, stout little fella. But both of those guys wrestle or have in the past, and I'm a big fan of football players wrestling.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you get that off-season conditioning when everybody else is at home. And he's outside number 35, and he's brought down at about the 50-yard line, and that was
Ethan Humphreys.
Ethan Humphreys right up the left side of that Gibbs offensive line, and the hole was there. And
showing some quickness.
He took off. So that's a first down for the Gibbs Eagles at about 49 of their side of the 50.
So we're about a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Gibbs moving the ball again. So I think this is what we want to see. That one's forward progress, maybe a loss of a yard.
More like a half yard right there. So, yeah, he was made immediately after taking that handoff, and I believe the quarterback was right there with him. So that South Doyle defensive lineman met them both, and we're lucky to hang on to that ball.
Yeah, South Doyle's got Mr. Chasden Gillette, number 52, is a senior, 6'6", 315 pounds at the nose guard position. So he's getting some pressure when he wants to.
So here's the handoff, exact same play, exact same results.
Yeah.
Number 52 back there again as the quarterback is handing it off to the running back.
I don't know that I'm running at 52 all night long. I may run around him.
Yeah, go off to that left or right side. Try to get outside and get some blockers. Maybe pull a couple guys and see what happens.
Look for a pass play here, third and long situation.
And this is going to actually end our first quarter.
Let's go to, we've got some interviews with some players and coaches. Let's see if we can get those dialed up for us. I was able to talk to Coach.
Hey guys, I'm Bud Blake. I'm here with Coach Brad Turner. We're going to talk a little bit about this last week's game with Austin East. Coach, I know it's a tough loss. Every loss is a tough loss. But what I want to focus on, what did you learn? What are you working on?
Well, the one thing we're working on as a football team is the costly penalties. You know, we made some runs there and had a possession going, chance to score, and we made some costly penalties. So, it's like I told somebody, it's not about the X's and O's right now. It's about discipline and not killing our drives and tackling.
So, Austin East that's a good opponent. So I think that putting up some points on the board, you saw some positive things. What kind of things did you see that you like?
Well, I mean, Austin East obviously is one of the fastest team speed teams you want to play. So seeing that early is going to help us through this season. I liked our fight early. I felt like we got after it. We had some momentum. There was a play right before halftime that sort of hit us in the gut. That sort of got down a little bit, but we never quit. It's just some fundamental stuff we've got to fix up.
Coach, we thank you for your time. Good luck next week. And, guys, back to you.
All right, we're back live. Flip the field here, going the other way. Pass play coming. That's just off the tips of Zach Myers. That was our player of the week last week. I think I mentioned earlier, had a pick six and a couple of receptions for 35 yards. So
Coach Turner is going to have to bring on the punt team.
Yeah, and again, we've moved the ball to midfield and stalled out. We need to work on finishing. Those are some of the things that Coach talked about when we had a chance to speak with him this week, was the penalties and the younger players finishing. We lost a lot of seniors, lost a couple of D1 players last year, so that's something hard to –
That's tough.
It's hard to come back from, but I think they're moving in the right direction.
So here's the punt, the snap.
See if Spangler can get one off here.
The kick.
There we go.
A lot better this time.
Yeah.
South Doyle fielded about the 10. He's around the left side, and he has got some speed. And
that's another Young. I believe that's Elijah's brother. We've contained him well, though. That's a Ezra Young. I believe that's a brother to number 2, Elijah Young, showing a little speed there on him.
So he's brought down about the 24-yard line, and that's where South Doyle will take over, leading 3-0 in the second quarter with 11:43 left.
Overall, we're down 3-0 in the first quarter. I've been pleased with what we're doing. I'd like to see us finish on offense and continue these drives, keep them going.
I would as well. So the quarterback has 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Young again joins him in the backfield. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Young.
Surprise, surprise.
He was bottled up and gets outside and is brought down
Yeah,
at
that
about
looks
the
like a
line
loss.
of scrimmage.
I believe that's a loss of maybe a half a yard there. So good swarm by the Eagles. Gang tackling, team tackling, everybody moving towards football. That's what you want to see as a coach.
So 2nd down and 10 on the 23 still. 2 to his left, 1 to his right, and Young again joins him to the backfield. And so far, so good containing that young man.
Yes. If we can do this all night long, we'll be doing great.
Here's the snap.
Little fake, play fake. That looked
Little
like that
bubble
bounced
screen.
off the turf.
Hey, I'm okay with the result because that's going to be about a loss of 3 or 4 yards
Do we have
right
a replay
there.
on that?
It looked like it looked like it bounced off.
I believe you're going to see that ball hit the turf. Heck of a shortstop catch. No, I believe he got it.
Wow. When we were watching that live,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know if it's the
Yeah.
way he caught it, maybe shadows, I don't know, but it looked like it did bounce off of the turf.
Thankful for replay, right?
Oh, absolutely. 3rd down and 13. 2 to the quarterback's right, 1 to the left. Young again joins him in the backfield. Quarterback back to pass.
Looking downfield. He's got an opening to run.
And he
I
is
believe he's
brought
gonna be
down
short.
at about the 31-yard line, and he is short.
He's going to be about a yard or two short of the
Quarterback brings
2 yards short of the first down.
So South Doyle is going to be bringing on their punt team, and, that's exactly what the coach wanted right there is to
It
contain
is,
him.
and I agree, but we're going to have to do something about this quarterback getting loose. We're going to have to figure out how to keep a man on him. That's 3 times now that he's broke free and like just a little bit of getting the first down there.
So South Doyle in punt formation. Gibbs has got a player at about the 30 awaiting this punt.
I tell you what, he might ought to back up. I've been watching Lynn tonight. He's got a leg.
And the refs kill it
We've
right
got a
there.
little laundry on the field.
Barker's on the play.
That may be delay of game.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, delay game.
So delay a game on
Makes you nervous on the 4th and 3.
absolutely. So that's going to help us out. It's going to be 4th down and 7 now. I'm sorry, 4th down and 8 instead of 4th and 3.
Yeah. I don't want to give them a first down in that situation. I don't like to see laundry on those. Thankfully, it wasn't against us, though.
So they'll try again. And South Doyle is bringing on a player, and they're going to take a timeout. We're going to take one with them. This is the Clear Spring Sports Network. We'll be right back.
High school cheerleading sponsors. Old Ben Franklin of Alcoa.
And welcome back to Gibbs High School, where the South Doyle Cherokees are in punt formation after taking that timeout, facing that 4th down and 7. Here's the punt.
It's going to be short.
Low and
I have
short.
to watch to get hit by that.
It's going to take a South Doyle row to about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good roll for South Doyle.
Yeah, it's if it would have stayed where it landed, we'd be in a lot better shape right there.
We'll talk a little bit about Coach Turner right here. Well, I know we just came off that interview, but Coach Turner, first year here at Gibbs. I think he's the man for the job. He is a fine person. I've known him most of my life. We played ball together, grew up together. Good Christian man. I think he's a fine example for these boys. I know he knows football. He's played a lot of it, coached a lot of it. So
I met him a few weeks ago. I knew who he was, but first time I actually met him, and I came away extremely impressed. And he sideswipes, has a South Doyle player miss, and he gains about 3 right there.
Yeah, he had to make a cut there. Brooks is not known for his speed, but he is known for his power.
Oh yeah, he took a no gain or a loss right there and turned it into a 3-yard gain. I mean, that's just will and determination.
Yeah, and that stuff you can't coach. You can't teach that. You can tell them, but you can't make them.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So 2 to his left, 1 to his right. He's back to pass. He's going to pass it to the running back. It is almost intercepted.
Yeah, that's a decision I think that he's going to want to have back. Dalton Wright.
Yeah, Wright. I think he was looking the right way. It's almost like his running back didn't get that far outside, and it was kind of hard to drop it where he needed to drop it.
This is first year starting at quarterback. This is second game experience, so there's going to be a lot to learn. In situations like that, you can't practice game speed.
No.
So
3rd down and 7 for the Gibbs Eagles. 1 to his right, 2 to his left. Number 7 comes in motion. They're going to hand off to the fullback again, and he is
like a no gain there.
Yeah, close to a no gain. You had a lot of South Doyle players kind of converge right there, and met him as the handoff was taking place. So Gibbs is going to have to bring up their punt team.
Back to Coach Turner. He's a man of a lot of character. I think he's assimilated a good staff. Got some younger guys coaching. Got Todd Atkins out there, another alumni. He's got a good coaching staff. I think the kids are happy, and I think they respect their coaches. So.
Well, it's just like we talk about Tennessee football, and your head coach is in a lot of ways is only as good as his assistant coaches. And here's the punt to Young.
They got a little block in the back. This is coming back. Yeah, good punt by Spangler. Spangler is the nephew of our new sheriff, Tom Spangler.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
You see, he got swore in today.
Yeah, he did get sworn in today, and that is his nephew. So good punt. We're going to see a block in the back here take this back on South Doyle, so that's a good thing for Gibbs. And that's one of Coach's keys to the game. He wanted to win the penalties. And so far we've got 1 5-yard penalty against us.
Hey, we'll take that, and that one helps out a lot because instead of the ball being in Gibbs territory, it's going to be backed up.
Yeah, that's a spot of the foul call.
Yeah, and a 15-yarder at that. I'm sorry, maybe a 10-yard.
Yeah.
Maybe wrong on that. So South Doyle will take over at the 26-yard line where the quarterback will have 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Young again will join him in the backfield to his immediate left. So here's the snap. It's going to be a
it's a play fake.
action. Oh, when the wide receiver dropped it, and we are thankful for that.
Yeah,
Two reasons. One, that's always good, and
he was seeing grass.
Yeah, he was probably gone. If you look at this replay, if he catches this ball, there is a gap, and he may be gone.
Throws just a little bit behind him, or he's got that, and he's off to the races. So
2nd down and 10 for the Cherokees. 1 to his right, 2 to his left. Young again in his backfield, and that's exactly where they're going. He runs around the left side and is finally brought down after a very good gain of about 7.
Yeah, so we got another 3rd down situation here, 3rd and short this time, but these are the downs you want to win as a defense.
So actually a gain of 8. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Cherokees. 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Young again in the backfield, and
Gibbs
it looks like
blitz.
it looks like Gibbs is wanting to bring the pressure, and they do.
The blitz is on. That's gonna be enough for the 1st down. It looks like from where I'm standing.
So 1st down and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Gain of 3, 1st and 10 Cherokees.
6.5 minutes to go in the half. I think we're doing what we want to do. We just need to finish, and that you're going to have that issue with a young team learning how to finish.
You are. So 2 to his right, 1 to his left, and again Young joins him in the backfield, and he's a stud, bud.
Mm-hmm. Very speedy and very agile.
He is.
And he seems to take care of the ball real well, which is one thing I meant to compliment Isaiah Brooks on. He holds that ball like it means something to him.
Absolutely, not like a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
So quarterback takes off there, feeling pressured. Gibbs got a ton of penetration, gain of 2, and you keep him under that 4-yard mark on first and second
Yeah.
down, and that helps a lot.
That's a first down win for Gibbs. We've just got to keep that quarterback contained. He's broke loose on us too many times.
Here's
tonight.
a handoff to Young. He's around the right side. He's at the 45, at the 50.
I believe that's going to be enough for the first down.
It is, and he's out at the 50. So that's going to be a first down and 10 for the Cherokees at the 50-yard line.
By Caden Sampson. It's first and 10 Cherokees at the 50.
So 2 to the quarterback's left, 1 to the right. Young again in the backfield.
Looks like they're going to try a pass here again. I feel like I could be wrong. First down. If I'm South Doyle's coach, that's probably what I'm thinking right now.
Here's the snap. Quarterback is back to pass. Looking downfield, being pressured.
I believe we had a little missed hold there, and he's going to throw that out
Almost
of bounds.
intercepted right there.
Yeah, if you're going to throw that out, go ahead and throw it out. You know, he's out of the tackle box. If you're going to, coaches will tell you, if you're going to throw it out of bounds, get it out of bounds. So
he almost let that sail a little bit too far to his left, and you had 2 Gibbs players right there waiting for that pass, and you're talking extremely close to an interception.
Yeah, he was under pressure there. I think they got away with a little bit of a hold, or he might have been wrapped up in the backfield or potentially lost, but second and long nonetheless.
Second down and 10. 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Young again joins him in the backfield to his immediate left. Gibbs showing blitz but backs off. Quarterback back to pass, looking downfield.
He's got
looking
a man.
for a guy
got
wide
Young.
open. Young. He breaks a tackle, breaks a
With a
second
stiff
one,
arm.
breaks a third one, a fourth, and the 5th one he will not break. And he is finally down at about the Gibbs 17-yard line. So that yard after catch, we talked about that. That's so important tonight for Gibbs to get those players down, to take care of tackling these South Doyle athletes, because they'll hurt you.
We've got to be a little closer than 10 yards from Mr. Young there. When he catches the ball, we can't give him that much of a cushion. Somebody's got to be a little closer to him.
So another running back joins the quarterback in the backfield, and they're going to give it to him. He's around the right side. He breaks a tackle, spins. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and that is a touchdown for the South Doyle Cherokees. Missed tackles right there, bud.
Yeah.
And, he had a spin and, headed towards the pylon and got there.
Yeah, that's Noah Myers, and that's one thing. They've got a lot of athletes, and it's not just the youngs, so we've got to respect all these guys. But that big play is on that drive is what kills you.
So here is for the extra point. Here's a snap a little bit low. The kick is up.
Kick's good.
And it is good. Bringing your score to South Doyle 10, the Gibbs Eagles nothing. This is the Clear Spring Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Avalon is a unique company as we are family-oriented and staffed by the best lawn care specialists in our area. With over 20 years of experience in the green industry and a degree in production horticulture from Walter State, Russ DeLugas, our owner, prides himself on customer service and experience. Avalon is your one-stop shop for all residential and commercial lawn and landscape needs. Contact us today, and soon you too can experience the Avalon difference.
Welcome back to Gibbs High School, where Lynn has the ball teed up, and here is the kick. Again, it is high and long.
The returners are walking off before the ball even comes 20 yards from the ground. They know where it's going. So
I mean, that kid can kick. That's going 9 yards into the end zone, and there's no chance for a return when we have a kicker that does that.
He's probably got a future somewhere.
He does. And what's surprising with me is it's almost like he is barely kicking the ball.
Yeah, well, it's all in his form.
So Gibbs will take over at the 20-yard line. You know, I would like to see them here before halftime get a drive going, get some points on the board. You know, that's going to help out at halftime quite a bit.
You know, I know nobody wants to hear this, but I think we're going to have to let the ball fly just a little bit. That's a good play there.
Option, straight up the middle, and he is finally brought down at about the 41-yard line. So you're talking a 20-yard gain right there. That's another first down sponsored by You're Kidding Me, located in the heart of Quarrington.
Yeah, and that's Dalton Wright showing some wheels there. So that's something you're going to have to do all night long. I think they were committed to stacking that inside run, so showing them a different look kind of threw them off guard a little bit.
Here's a snap. Another option. He keeps the ball again, and he takes a hit, but drives the ball a couple yards down the field, and that could have been easily, you know, a loss of yards, but he made something out of nothing.
Yeah, it's going to be second and about 8 here. I'd like to see, you know, I know our pass plays have not done too well tonight, but we're going to have to loosen up this defense. They got a lot of men in the box on
Yeah,
us.
you have there's no safeties on this left side over the top.
No respect for our passing game whatsoever. Wrapped up, still driving his legs there. That's going to be Gavin Collins on the carry.
He gains a 1, but he worked a lot harder than you usually have to for
he ran
1
10
yard.
yards.
Yeah.
Some of it was in place, but he ran 10 yards. So
3rd down and 6.
That's manageable.
It is, and I'm hoping that maybe see something over the top. South Doyle does bring another safety over top, and that's going to be offsides.
There's a free 5.
We will take that. It's going to make it a short 3rd down, and you know that's the quarterback right there.
Credit the
that
whole
hard
Gibbs
count.
offense for staying still right there and doing their job, getting that free 5 yards.
So 3rd and 1, a lot more manageable than a 3rd down and 6.
This is where we want to be, and with 3 minutes and 20 seconds, I'd like to see Gibbs hold this ball all the way down and get some points on the board. You know, we're going to have to give South Doyle the ball back start of the second half.
So 2 H-back set. It's going to be a quarterback sneak. And
he's got that first down.
Yeah, I think he does.
Spot on the near side looks good. I think it depends on which spot we go with.
Let's see what the refs decide here. Oh, I don't think that's a good spot right there, bud.
Oh, they're not going to measure it.
Oh, wow.
Going to go ahead and give them the first down, so I think it was a poor spot anyway.
So that's going to be another first down for Gibbs, brought to you by You're Kidding Me. So 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Running back joins him in the backfield. Here's a snap, another option. It's flipped to him. He takes the inside route, and he is finally rolled down after a gain of about 3 yards.
Wow, that ball flew for days. That's scary. That's the type pitch that gets taken the other way by the other team.
Yeah, that scared me a little bit.
That's a decision-making. I had to make a decision the other day. I tell you, my wife told me, we've been on this lifestyle change, Jeremy. We've both decided to exercise, eat a little better. And she tells me, she says, if I go to eat, I want you to tell me no. I said, no.
Oh, dangerous play. And that is going to be a loss of about 5 or 6 right there.
Yeah.
Just a busted play.
Yeah, and again, I don't like the pitch on that. That's a long pitch. It's a dangerous pitch.
You just got to go down.
Yeah.
At that point, you got to go down.
Fall on your sword, 3rd and long. Now everybody knows what's coming, I think.
So 3rd down and 15 for the Gibbs Eagles. Here's the snap. It's going to be a wide receiver screen.
Here.
Keep going. He's at the 45. And he goes a little bit backwards, and there's some extra laundry on the field. That's going to be a first down, a 15-yard penalty against South Doyle.
Yeah. That's
he had
that's
something
Jonathan
right.
Percival on the carry there.
He had something right there, and then he kind of got drove back. When you see that extra little push at the end, got that 15-yard.
Well, when you're 5 yards out of bounds, it's time to stop.
Absolutely.
So excellent driving of the legs, excellent effort by Percival. So that's going to get us the first down. That's what we needed.
With 1:28 left in this first half, I really want to see a score right here.
Yeah. But yeah, she tells me, she says, I want you to stop me from eating. And I said, no. So Sunday, I'm going to test the waters much like that pitch. And she says, baby, I'm going to go make some cookies.
Oh, no.
I said, go ahead, Tubby.
Oh, no.
Needless to say, that's when the fight started.
So how's the couch been feeling?
It's good. It's good. We just bought a new one about 6 months ago, so I'm doing all right.
So that is going to be a timeout for Gibbs. We're going to take a timeout with them. This is the Clear Springs Sports Network. We'll be right back.
On Saturday, October 27th, Clear Springs will be hosting our annual Trunk or Treat on our campus located in the Gibbs community. The event will be from 6:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. Cars will line the parking lot and folks will be giving out candy, and lots of candy during that 2 hours. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net.
And welcome back to Gibbs High School, where it's a 1st down and 10 after that 15-yard penalty at the South Doyle 31 with 1:28 left in this first half.
Yeah, and the good thing is Gibbs has all 3 timeouts, so we can make good decisions here and take our time if we need to. And I think that may open up our run game. Passing that ball a little bit is going to open up the run game for us.
So here's the handoff, and he is met immediately. That is a
number 62
wow.
met him in the backfield with anger, it seemed like. That was Jordan Wilson for South Doyle.
Yeah, he never really had a chance there.
No. I don't think he saw him until he was on top of him.
So 2nd down and 13. That was a loss of 3 on that play.
Going back to the sidelines for a play, I like this. Looking at the formation of the defense, they're all in the box.
They are. I mean, your middle is wide open. So here's a snap. And it is intercepted by number 33 of South Doyle. He's around the left end, and Gibbs is in pursuit, and he gets tripped up at about the 34-yard line, and that's just a tough draw.
Yeah, well, it's another decision by quarterback Dalton Wright. The more he plays, he's going to see those better. I believe there was triple coverage there. I don't know if we've got a replay on that or not.
Yeah, it definitely looked like triple coverage, and, I think he felt the pressure and was trying to get that ball out of there, and young kid, second game starting.
It's easy from up here to say that you've got to read your progressions and not just go to the first guy on the list. So Gibbs is going to take a timeout here.
And we're going to take one with them. This is the Clear Springs Sports Network. We'll be right back.
If you do not attend church, or if you are unable to attend a local church, we would like to invite you to watch our online campus. Our services are made available on Facebook, Twitter, and on our website on Sundays at 10:15 a.m. and 6 p.m. and on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m.
I'm Jamie Moore. This is my wife, Kayla. We love Clear Springs because this church is Heart for God. And not only it's Heart for God, but all the ministries that are involved here at the church that we're involved in. We're expecting our first child in less than 7 weeks, and it excites me to know that this child is going to have a lot of opportunities at a young age to learn what church really is and learn about God. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Kayla.
And we're Clear Springs.
All right, we're back. South Doyle's going to have the ball here with 45 seconds left to go before the half. We want to contain them right here. No big plays. One of the keys to the game. We want to, and they're going to be going for the juggler.
So he's going to pass it to Young. He's on the left side, and he steps out of bounds. And I'm thankful for that because that first guy that went up to tackle him, he kind of spun and did a stiff arm at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that was Justin Summers on the play there. Had a chance to talk with Justin Summers this week. We'll get to that here in a little bit.
Well, it looks like South Doyle is going to take a – actually, they're not going to take a timeout. I think the refs were just trying to kill the clock.
Well, the refs get tired. When you got a lot of play like that, running up down the field, these are not young guys. They're tired. Looks like we've got a Yeah, they're going to reset the clock to 38 seconds here, I think. But if you ask me, it's more of a we need to rest a minute. Who is this referee here on the near sideline right down there?
It almost looks like a passer, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
So 2nd down and 7. 1 to his left, 2 to his right. Young again joins him in the backfield.
Looking for that long pass again. They've got
He's
a man
got
over the middle.
25 takes. He's at the 40. He is driven out of bounds at about the 38-yard line, and he moves into Gibbs territory with that play. Lane knocks him out of bounds, or else he's probably still running.
1st and 10, Cherokees at the 38.
So 3 to his right, 1 to his left. Young in the backfield. So here's the snap. He's back to pass. He's getting pressured,
again. He's
and he's going down.
Still a 5-yard gain, 4 yards.
South Doyle is going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them. This is the Clear Springs Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Psalms 85:6, the scripture says, "Wilt thou not revive us again, that thy people may rejoice?" Hello, I'm Justin Pratt, the senior pastor at Clear Springs Baptist Church. I want to take this opportunity to give you a personal invitation to join our church family on October the 14th through the 17th with a revival meeting at Clear Springs Baptist Church with evangelist C.T. Townsend. We invite you to come as we seek God and ask Him to pour His Spirit out upon us. Preaching will be Brother C.T. Townsend. He and his wife Becky will be singing for us each night, as well as the Clear Springs Baptist Church Choir. So this is your personal invitation. Come and join us October the 14th through the 17th for our fall revival with evangelist C.T. Townsend. We'll see you there.
Welcome back to Gibbs High School. South Doyle facing 2nd down and 6. 2 to the quarterback's right, 1 to the left. Young in the backfield with him. It's going to be a little 10-yard pick.
A little hook and ladder move there.
And he steps out of bounds at about the 17.
Yeah, South Doyle's thinking right here that they can really put it on Gibbs if they can score right here before the half with 18 seconds left and then get the ball to start the second half.
You'll see on this replay, just hook and ladder. I love this play, but he kind of slingshots that ball to him. It wasn't a soft pitch by no means. So 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Young again joins him in the backfield to his immediate right. Here's the snap. Quarterback back to pass, looking to his left again.
Good coverage by the defense.
Really good coverage, and he gets rid of it.
Yeah, and that time he gets it way out of bounds. We got a flag on the play. Intentional grounding, I do believe, is what's going to be called.
There was no one over there.
Yeah, you got to try to make a play before you throw it out of bounds. You can't just stand back there and throw it. So I believe we're going to have intentional grounding here.
And what's so nice about that penalty is it is loss of down. And that's what it is. Intentional grounding against the Cherokees. And they're going to back him up to about the 32-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd down and 15 from the 32 with 12.2 seconds left on the clock. And are they attempting a field goal right here, bud?
Well, that's what it looks like, and he's got enough legs. So
this is almost a 50-yard field goal.
Yeah, Gibbs is going to call a timeout here.
Timeout, Eagles.
I'm kind of surprised by that. So you've got 12.2 seconds left in this half. South Doyle showed field goal right there, and I believe they still have timeouts left. That's just kind of weird.
Well, I'll tell you what, he knows his kicker. They have 0 timeouts left now.
That's right.
So he knows his kicker, he knows what he's got, and he knows the importance of points in a game like this. This has been a pretty evenly matched game. I think South Doyle has won the big play battle, but Gibbs
47 yards.
Wow. I think he has the leg. We'll see. I think he has the leg for it. He's been kicking phenomenal all night. This is actually, we've done the trial game, William Blunt, Anderson County. This is two great kickers that we've been able to see. You don't see that in high school a lot.
You don't. Sometimes it's hard for a team to even kick a PAT.
Gibbs trying to get the student section involved here, raise a little noise, rattle his head up.
And they've come out not in the field goal formation.
So now we're playing a little chess match here. Coach Turner's going to call a timeout again.
We're going to take a timeout with them. This is the Clear Springs Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Clear Springs will be hosting award-winning 11th Hour on Sunday, September 23rd during the evening worship service at 6 p.m. 11th Hour has had multiple top 10 singing news hits, been nominated for numerous awards in Southern Gospel music, and won the 2014 Sunrise Award at the SGN Scoops Diamond Awards. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see you there.
Welcome back to Gibbs High School, where South Doyle's facing a second down and 15. Two to his left, one to his right. He's back to pass. Less than 10 seconds on the clock. He throws it up, and he throws it nowhere. And that is another.
Same play pretty much. The exact same thing that happened the last time. So, and what this is going to do is this is probably going to put them out of field goal range now.
It is. With 6.5 seconds on the clock, that is huge.
Well, and what's getting me is with the wheels that South Doyle's quarterback has, I don't understand why he's throwing this away like that and not trying to make a play. Brang has proven that he can run the ball.
Yeah, that's going to back them all the way up to about the 42-yard line, I think. Somewhere right in there.
And you're dealing with a junior quarterback, so I'm sure Coach is using this as a learning experience for him, but we've learned it twice in a row here. So.
Exactly. I mean, that's you're way out of. I mean, are they bringing the field goal? Alex? They are.
Wow.
This is a 54-yard field goal from South Doyle, and this is hard for college kickers.
This is going to be fun to watch. I think it's going to be close. I don't know if he's got this much leg.
Here's the snap. Here's the hold. Here's the kick. And it is
a little bit short, a little bit wide.
Good. So 0.7.
I think if it's not for that second intentional grounding penalty, I think he makes that field goal. So that just tells you how much that 5 yards meant.
And that's what they're going to end the half on, with South Doyle leading Gibbs 10-0. Bud, you had a couple interviews for us.
Yeah, we got to meet with Justin Summers and Zach Myers this week and talk to them. Zach Myers, again, was a player game against Austin East, so we'll start with him.
All right, Zach. So season started. You got the first game under your belt. Tell me how the team's gelling. How are things going?
We're just our mentality, it got down after they threw a couple of deep balls on us. We kind of slowed down and we got tired. We need to get in better shape mostly.
How's practice going?
It's good. We're having high energy, getting our reps, getting as many reps as we can to get as many people ready to play.
So at the wide receiver and you're also a linebacker, do you have any depth at those positions as you got guys that come in when next man up?
Yeah, wide receiver mostly. We got a few guys that come in. A linebacker, we're kind of thin in depth right now.
Zach, we appreciate it, and good luck against South Doyle.
Thank you.
All right, Justin, coming off a tough loss against Austin East, it looked like you guys did some positive things there. How are you reacting in practice to that? What's the momentum of the team like right now?
It's going good. We're trying to get better. We had some penalties that really hurt us, but we're trying to have higher energy.
We all know that Austin East is got a lot of team speed. I think you've got a good opponent coming up in South Doyle this week. So what are you working on personally to get ready for that South Doyle game?
We're working on the speed mostly, trying to keep the contain on the inside, playing defensive end, and just make sure nobody gets outside of us.
Sounds good. Well, good luck. We thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Disco Inferno and Dancing Machine. Soloists are Tyler Jester and Catherine Dewar. Duet, Anna Butler and Grace Washam.
Officers are Band Captain Aidan Oley, Lieutenant Catherine Dewar.
All right. So we got South Doyle Band coming here. Again, those interviews were brought to you by the Rambling Gal Boutique. And I know a lot of ladies in this area buy a lot of clothes there. So
thank you to our
them out.
sponsors tonight.
Yeah, and Rambling Gal Boutique is going to be at the Fall Festival at Clear Springs Baptist Church on the 29th of this month. Ladies, you're going to want to check that out. But here we go with the South Doyle Band.
We'll be back with you after the band performances.
South Doyle High School Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, entering the ring for your halftime entertainment is the 2018 Gibbs High School Marching Eagle Band. Under the direction of John the Heavyweight Humber, the radiant Rebecca Reeves, juggling Jim Faust, and barnstorming Brad Beeler. For your entertainment tonight, the band will be performing hits from the blockbuster movie musical, The Greatest Showman. Marvel at the skill of the band's maneuvers as they play musical selections. The Greatest Show, A Million Dreams, This Is Me, and Never Enough. Thrill at the exemplary musical solo stylings of Sam Lyman on trumpet, Tristan Hightower on mellophone, and Spencer Cassidy on tenor saxophone. Wonder at the silk spinning skills of Alex Tate and Krista Plain, and astonishing acrobatic artistry of Laney Howard and Dylan Singleton. The ringmaster is Jesse Farley, and the bandmaster is Matt Sills. Now, come one, come all, and join us on the edge of your seats as we present The Greatest Show.
As far as it goes.
the Gibbs Eagle Marching Band.
If you do not attend church anywhere, we would love to invite you and your family to visit Clear Springs. Our church is truly for the entire family. We offer Sunday school for all ages. We have great music, we offer ministry for all ages, and most importantly, we have Christ-centered preaching. Our pastor, Justin Pratt, is in his 8th month at Clear Springs, and our church is located in the heart of the Gibbs community at Harbison's Crossroads. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We would love to worship with you.
Clear Springs loves our senior adults. Our ministry leads our senior members on trips and activities for fun and fellowship. Aside from day trips and dinners out, they also have annual events that include meals at the Captain's Galley in Dandridge, shows at the Dixie Stampede, visit the Elmcroft Assisted Living, Smokies ball games, Christmas parties, and much, much more. For more information about our senior adult ministry, visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net or call our church office at 865-688-7674.
Reaching out and helping the community with basic needs is the function of the Clear Springs Hope Mission House. Our house accepts donations of clothing, household items, furniture, shoes, bedding, appliances, dishes, home decor, and more. We accept, sort, and organize donations and offer it to those in need, for whatever reason, in the community. The Mission House is open to the public on the 2nd and 4th Thursday of every month from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. The house is located at the Tazewell Pike entrance of the church campus. For more information, please see our website at clearspringsbaptist.net.
Clear Springs will be hosting award-winning 11th Hour on Sunday, September 23rd during the evening worship service at 6 p.m. 11th Hour has had multiple top 10 singing news hits, been nominated for numerous awards in Southern Gospel music, and won the 2014 Sunrise Award at the SGN Scoops Diamond Awards. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see you there. If you do not attend church anywhere, we would love to invite you and your family to visit Clear Springs. Our church is truly for the entire family. We offer Sunday school for all ages. We have great music, we offer ministry for all ages, and most importantly, we have Christ-centered preaching. Our pastor, Justin Pratt, is in his 8th month at Clear Springs, and our church is located in the heart of the Gibbs community at Harbison's Crossroads. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We would love to worship with you.
Avalon is a unique company as we are family-oriented and staffed by the best lawn care specialists in our area. With over 20 years of experience in the green industry and a degree in production horticulture from Walter State, Russ DeLugas, our owner, prides himself on customer service and experience. Avalon is your one-stop shop for all residential and commercial lawn and landscape needs. Contact us today, and soon you too can experience the Avalon difference.
On Saturday, October 27th, Clear Springs will be hosting our annual Trunk or Treat on our campus located in the Gibbs community. The event will be from 6:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. Cars will line the parking lot and folks will be giving out candy, and lots of candy during that 2 hours. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net.
And welcome back to Gibbs High School, where we have a halftime score of 10-0. The Cherokees leading the Eagles. And Bud, what does Gibbs have to do to get back in this ball game? 10 points is very manageable, but they're going to have to lock down some stuff, I would imagine.
Yeah, our young offense is going to have to finish. That's something they're going to continue to work on. They're going to have to finish these drives that they start so well. I think Coach done a good job mixing it up. They started stopping the run on us pretty good and blocking up that middle. So we went to some option type stuff, got a couple passes. We got to be a little bit more careful with the balls that we throw. What scares me is that I think South Doyle has figured out that they've got a little bit of a passing game. So we're going to have to keep the rush on that quarterback and keep him uncomfortable all night long.
You know, as far as the offensive side of the ball, you know, Gibbs, I would like to see them maybe some post routes or, you know, maybe tight end hots up the middle, because South Doyle is leaving that middle part of their secondary wide open. because let's be honest, they're not really respecting the pass. And we haven't really went downfield but one time. Of course, that was intercepted. But I think if you throw multiple people towards that middle, I think that you can get somebody open and help us out. You know, that if you get a passing game going, a vertical passing game of any kind, that's going to open up running lanes because they're going to have to respect the pass over the top, and that only helps out your running game.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that scares Coach Turner is that interception, the decision-making by his young quarterback who has probably wanted to have that one back. We all would, obviously. But and I don't know that we've got the speed to get behind South Doyle right now at the wide-out position. So the short passes seem to work when we could complete them. We had Percival called a short pass here, ended up he had a good play going, then ended up getting a penalty on top of that. So
maybe like a 10-yard in, something. Throw multiple, throw some, maybe some wide receiver screens, something to make them respect that passing game just a little bit more to get a running game going.
We're going to have to get them out of the box, that's for sure. 10-0 is not a bad spot to be in high school football. This could end up being a 30-10 game by Gibbs, but we've got to finish and we've got to correct some of these little mistakes.
We do, and as far as defense goes, we've got to keep our hips pinned to those wide receivers, and especially watch Mr. Young out of the backfield, because once he gets the ball in his hands, he can prove to be extremely dangerous against
he found a hole in his own.
defense.
That's what got that one big play. He found a hole in his own, just sat down in it. So we've got to keep somebody right on him because we don't want him with the ball in space.
We don't, and he has the ability to not only make people miss, but also he has the ability to lower his shoulder and still look upfield. And that's just something that we have to be aware of. Whenever you see a Gibbs defender, what you want to see is them to bring those hips low, bring them fast, get those arms wrapped around, and hit them right around the midsection, and drive them players to the ground. You want to secure. We talk about securing the football all the time, but when you're on defense, you want to have secure tackles.
Yep. Yeah, I'm anxious to see what kind of adjustments Coach has done. I think some of the positive notes, we played good defense. We had a couple big plays, get them in position to score the 10 points that they scored. We held strong there towards the end of that second half and ended up two penalties that put them out of field goal range. And I think you got to credit some of that to good coverage. Those are if the quarterback sack, you'd call that a coverage sack, but I'm going to call that a coverage penalty.
And they do a good job. Towards the later part of the half, you saw down here before the missed field goal, Gibbs really locked down some wide receivers. They have that ability. It's just making sure that they continue to do that. Don't let those laps in coverage happen because that's going to hurt you.
Yeah, and South Doyle's going to get the ball back right here, so we want to get a stop on this first possession. A 17-0 with a young team can put a dagger through the heart, so I think we need to stop this first possession, move the ball a little bit, get the defense off the field, and I'd take a field goal at this point just to get some points going.
We need a momentum shift.
Yeah.
And I think 3 points would do that. You're within a score at that point. And we need the momentum to really shift towards the Eagles at this point. And, really that builds confidence. And getting confidence behind a young team is so helpful when that happens.
And I think you stated young team there. I think it's important for everybody at home to realize what a young team we have, the players that we've lost, and what these coaches are working with and doing a good job. I think we've got some athletes. We've got some kids with a lot of heart. Got a little pooch kick
here.
Going to try to sneak something on them.
Yeah, number 15, Bear, that was very smart play by his part to fair catch that because Gibbs was heading towards it.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about that call, but good try. Good try. I don't think anybody was looking for it, that's for sure.
Yeah, so that's going to allow South Doyle to take over at about just shy of the 40-yard line. The quarterback, Brang, has two to his left, one to his right, and Young again joins him in the backfield.
Well, they've been starting on about the 30 anyway, so we've only given them 10 yards.
Here's a snap.
Fake.
It's going to be a fake, and he is going to be sacked.
That's what I've been looking for all night. We've got to do something with that quarterback. He's been running free on us.
And you notice there, the pressure came from all sides. You cut down those outside running lanes. When you have a quarterback that has a little bit of wheels, that's tough, and it really presses your defense, especially when you have to respect the pass so much to South Doyle.
Yeah. Well, this is the way we needed to start, so we need to finish this way as well. Cut the big plays out. Got number 3, Ezra Young, out there on the far side. Got some speed. Want to keep an eye on him, and definitely watch number 2 in the backfield.
Young, his brother, or I'm sorry, I believe it's his brother.
Yeah.
They're both good. 1 to his left, 2 to his right. Here's a snap. He rolls out to his right. He stops. He's looking for somebody. He's got somebody wide open, Young, and he is brought down at about the 15-yard line, and that's something Gibbs has got to correct.
Yeah, I knew that we needed to be watching Young. He's got wheels, he's got quickness, and he can get behind the defense. So Ezra has shown speed on punt returns. So
a penalty will bring that back.
Wow.
Ineligible man downfield.
South Doyle's coach has got to be biting his lip right now pretty hard.
Absolutely. That's them offensive linemen. Sometimes on those pass plays and those slow developing pass plays, a lot of times they get a little bit over eager and forget where they are on the field. And when that happens, that's an easy call for the refs.
Yeah, Gibbs is going to be thankful for that one, and South Doyle's coach, that's probably going to be a stern talking point come Monday.
Absolutely. So that's going to back it up to about the 33-yard line, and South Doyle will be facing a 2nd down and 17 from the 33. 1 to his left, 2 to his right. Gibbs comes up in press coverage on the right side. He's back to pass, looking for Young. He's got somebody on him. He makes a man miss. He cuts it back inside, and he's still on his feet. He spins out, and he is finally brought down at the 25-yard line, and that right there shows you the kind of athletic ability this young man has.
Yeah, a good gang tackling by Gibbs. They were all where they needed to be. We've got Collins limping off the field. That's no good. Hopefully that's something he can walk off. He's one of our athletes.
With all that running, still a loss on the play.
That's a 30-yard run for a 3-yard loss.
We'll take it. 3rd down and 25. 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Young again joins him in the backfield. You got to wonder if this is going to be a draw play. And that's exactly what it is. Straight up the gut. He drives forward and is in a pile at about the 34-yard line, and that is where the ball is going to be spotted, and more importantly, that is where 4th down will start.
And that's what we wanted. We wanted to stop right here, and I'm going to defend South Doyle's line just a little bit. When that quarterback gets out scrambling like that, it's hard as a lineman not to go downfield and block because you don't know if he's going to run when he's 10 yards outside the tackle box.
So that was definitely a run-pass option.
Yeah, so that's a hard play for a lineman to decide what to do. But this is where Gibbs wants to be. We wanted to stop them here, first possession, and we need to move the ball.
So here's Lynn.
It's over his head.
Over his head. He gets the ball off.
Still a good punt.
And it lands about the 42, takes a South Doyle bounce to about the 32, 33-yard line. Wow.
This kid Lynn might make money one day. I'm not sure with his poise and his ability. I don't know how you get a kickoff like that in the situation he was in, but he done an excellent job.
He is a senior coming in at 5'9", 165, and everything that we've seen from him tonight has been amazing. I mean, he had one missed field goal, but you're talking a 54-yard field goal, and it was 4 yards short.
Yeah, and if it's not for that last penalty, he probably makes that kick. Collins still on the ground. I think the trainers are done looking at him. Hopefully he just kind of tweaked himself to get back in there.
So Gibbs will take over at the 32-yard line where they'll have 1st down and 10, and they're in their kind of bunch set, their tight bunch set.
Got a player come on late there for Gibbs.
And I believe Gibbs is going to take a timeout. And we're going to take one with them. This is the Clear Spring Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Personnel issue there. Coach is not happy.
Hello, my name is Michelle Watson. I'm a core team director for Women of Grace Ministries, and we have a big announcement today. We really feel that the young ladies in our community deserve to hear what Donna Avent has to say at our October 4th Glorious event. So this year, if you're between the ages of 16 and 22, you're going to get a ticket for free. But in order to do this, we need you to go to clearspringsbaptist.net and register. We are so excited to have you here, and we're so excited for what Donna has to say and what she has to offer this year that we think it's very important that you are part of this community event this year. So please, if you're between the ages of 16 and 22, go to clearspringsbaptist.net and register for Glorious.
All right, looks like we had a little personnel issue. Gibbs called a timeout. We've got a run play straight up the middle by Collins, and leg still driving. I'd like to welcome to the booth Tim Borth, who's been with us tonight. Tim, what do you think so far?
It's been a great game. I think that Gibbs is holding tough. They're doing what they need to do to stay in the game, so as long as they keep staying in the game, they've got a chance.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the players because we do have a lot of new starters. Not necessarily young players, but new starters. New to being in the position they're in. They're holding their own against a very good South Doyle team.
Absolutely.
So we've got quarterback under center. We've not seen that a whole lot tonight from either side, but another handoff here up the middle. Not sure who that was. I believe that was Justin Summers. Yeah, Justin Summers on the carry there. We had an interview with Justin earlier. Great kid, tall kid. Justin stands about 6'3". Now you can see in the interview, I was looking up talking to him.
Yeah.
But Gibbs seems to be moving the ball again here. We've got a first down. This is what Coach wants. He wants to play slow. He wants to control the clock, keep that high-powered offense of South Doyle off the field.
Yeah, as much as they can shorten the game, it's better for Gibbs.
See a little different look here with the.
That's it.
Not going to be much there on that.
Yeah, South Doyle had that covered pretty well.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard to outrun them. That's Austin Woods on the carry there. Looked like he's got some quickness to him, but South Doyle has a lot of team speed, so we're going to have to find ways to open up these running gaps and give us some different opportunities. Coach changing personnel again. Looks like Gavin Collins is back in the game, so that ankle injury is just that, just a little tweak, and he looks to be running just fine.
Yeah, the middle of that defensive line is pretty big, so they're trying, I think, to move it to the outside a little bit to kind of give them some options there.
Got a pass play here coming to the outside, just outside the reach, trying to get a little quick. He had time there. Again, that's when you've got a first-year starter. They're going to make those quick throws. Still talking about that middle, 315 pounds right in the center of it.
That's right.
So,
looks like we got a player down for Gibbs.
Yeah, another tweak. That's looks like Rorix, Jamal Rorix. Probably saying that last name wrong. Ankle injuries seem to be a thing tonight, which as much as they're cutting back on both sides of the ball, that's going to happen.
One thing Gibbs has done really well tonight, I think, is keep Young under wraps.
They have, and they've got to spy him all night long. They've done a great job in the backfield. I think something you and I were talking about earlier was not letting him find those holes in the zone on the pass plays when he comes out of the backfield. We've got a quarterback draw up the middle with a lot of room. Hold that ball. Good play there by.
Very nice play.
Yeah, Dalton Wright, good run. Way to protect the ball. So that was a designed quarterback run. And that's what Coach is going to have to do. He's going to have to continue to throw different things at South Doyle because they're committed to stopping the plays we're successful at.
I agree with that, Bud. They've done pretty well mixing the pass in a little bit with the run, and it's paying off.
Well, even though these passes have not been completed, they see that Gibbs is willing to do it. There's an option outside, and that's going to be Keegan Katz, on the carry.
Another nice play. It looks like they're mixing up running middle and running outside, and it's working out.
They're going to have to. They're going to have to. That was one of my keys coming in. We had coaches' keys. One of my keys, we could not be one-dimensional tonight. Not with running the ball, passing the ball. We had to be multi-dimensional in the way we try to move up and down the field. there's another free 5. That's going to get that first down for us.
Yeah, Gibbs done a good job there. They hurried up to the line and tried to get a quick snap there, or quick count.
I'll tell you what, Dalton, right, and in the entire offense, you can't just give credit to the quarterback. You have to give credit to everybody that stayed put, which is all 11 guys. So
that's going to give them a first down.
I think that's about the third time that we have pulled them off tonight. We get this next first down, we'll be inside the red zone. I don't know that we spent too much time there tonight. But overall, I'm impressed with the way Gibbs is handling themselves, the way the coaching staff's doing. We've had a couple little hiccups tonight. This is a different set here.
Ooh. Yeah, they didn't go anywhere there.
We had a 3-bunch set to the right, and right wanting a flag there for a little excessiveness, but they're just stripping for the ball. That's what defenders are going to do. I look for, they're actually giving him a little forward progress there on that, so it looked a lot worse than it was, but I think we know that that's not a play that's going to work now.
Yeah.
A personnel change by Gibbs here.
You know, that play has had some tough success tonight every time they've run it. Most of the time when they've run it up the middle, it's been quarterback keeping the ball, and that play's kind of struggled tonight.
Yeah, that or Brooks. Brooks seems to drive real well, but you can just see how bunched up South Louis committed to stopping that middle run. We've got a man open out here in the flat. Caught for maybe a 2-yard gain. That looks like it's going to be Zach Myers on the reception.
Yeah, that was a nice catch. It was just well defended.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Gibbs hasn't always had is kids that can catch. So we've got a few tonight that I have seen that have the ability to catch the ball and not worried about getting hit after the fact. He took a pretty good lick right there.
Yeah.
So third down, you're not dead in the water here. I'd like to see it a little bit more manageable, but 3rd and 7 is what we're working with. So we're trying to get a personnel change here. We got to get a couple guys off the field in a hurry. Coach is jumping up and down on the sideline.
Gibbs has got about 7 seconds here to get this play off. He'll be close.
You may see a timeout called here by Coach. Yeah, he's gonna have to. He's not gonna be happy about that.
You know, and you hate to burn your timeouts at this point. It's still early in the game, and you hate to lose one there on something like that.
Yeah, you do, and that's our second burn timeout this half. So we're down to 1. So let's hope that this doesn't come down to needing one at the end of the game that we don't have. During this timeout, I'd like to talk a little bit about the players that they lost. You know, we talked about this earlier. We lost Ollie Lane to UT. Lost Trey Mullins to Western Kentucky, and numerous other seniors that graduated. So. But those two right there alone, when you've got Ollie Lane, who is a man-child, on the line, both offense and defense, that hurts a lot. But Gibbs done a good job getting pressure tonight on defense. I felt like they've been in the backfield numerous times.
And, you know, you add into the equation with Coach Turner coming in his first year. Yeah. You've got a new offensive scheme, defensive scheme, all those things. And so you're losing players, and with the new system, it takes a little time to adjust. But, you know, I can see growth in Gibbs already from their first game to this game.
Yeah, I want to talk about that growth here in just a minute after this play. Got a little pitch around the edge. He's got a little room with a little speed. Oh, we're going to get a horse collar tackle there.
Yeah, you got to call
that.
that
flag come in from the line judge.
Yeah, you saw that coming.
So that's going to be some more free yards. But talking about Gibbs' growth, something they've done now, the eighth grade team here at Gibbs Middle is not coached by Dad like in typical fashion. It's actually coached by Coach Turner's brother. So they're introducing this high school scheme to these 8th graders as they come up. And they've just started doing this. So this is going to be something that you're going to see help build this program throughout the next couple of years. And I happen to know for a fact that we have some kids at Gibbs Middle School coming up that Coach Turner's going to be excited about.
Yeah.
And especially if they're getting to learn some of this high school scheme and some of these high school plays at the 8th grade level and come in, that's something that having this middle school back over here has done for Gibbs.
That's an excellent point here. That's an excellent point.
So that's something that we're not seeing any benefits from that yet because it just started. But it's going to be an awesome thing coming. So got the ball inside the 10 here. This is going to be a 1st and goal situation. Gibbs looking to the sideline for the call again. I like that. I like the coaches looking at the set as long as we've got time on the play clock. Straight up the middle to Brooks, driving those legs. Looks like he's got 3 or 4. Maybe 3 yards on the play.
Stopped by Aaron Lee.
And that play has struggled tonight. That interior line for South Doyle is big, and it's going to be tough to run it up the middle, especially when you shorten the field like this. You only got 8 yards to play with, and it's going to be tough to do that.
Well, I think what they saw was Brooks drive those guys early in the game and have a little success, but his legs are going to get tired. There we go.
That's a good play there. Touchdown Gibbs.
Touchdown Gibbs. Give him 6. Tim.
Fantastic play. A little end around, up the left tackle. Excellent play.
Coach is mixing it up. I said at the beginning of the half we needed to stop them and we needed to go get points, and that's exactly what Gibbs did. He's mixed up the plays. Great offensive play calling on that drive. Great execution by the players.
But Gibbs is in this game.
Yeah, they are, and so far, Coach's keys to the game, we're winning them. The extra point is good. So we're gonna take a break here, Tim, and let them line up for the kickoff. But so far, I'm impressed with the second half start by Gibbs.
Avalon is a unique company as we are family-oriented and staffed by the best lawn care specialists in our area. With over 20 years of experience in the green industry and a degree in production horticulture from Walter State, Russ DeLugas, our owner, prides himself on customer service and experience. Avalon is your one-stop shop for all residential and commercial lawn and landscape needs. Contact us today, and soon you too can experience the Avalon difference.
All right, we're back here, Tim. We've got Gibbs lining up for the kickoff. I don't think we're going to see another pooch kick.
No, I don't think so either. But they don't need to kick it to Elijah.
No, either one of those young boys. I don't think I want them to have the ball. I'm kicking this one left. So we'll see what they've got here.
Another little soft kick.
Yeah, and that's going to go out of bounds most likely. No, he's going to fall on it and save Gibbs the. Wow.
That's a great kick, though.
Yeah.
That was a great kick. He got a little lucky there, but that was a really good kick.
Yeah, I think if I'm a defender, I'll let that go on out of bounds. But another coaching point for South Doyle. So that couldn't have worked out any better for Gibbs than it did. So
South Doyle's going to start here from the 17, and
that's probably their worst starting position for the night.
Yeah, it is.
So
be interested to see what South Doyle does here. They've had a lot of success passing the ball, especially big plays. They may take a shot downfield here.
I'll look for a dose of young right here. I could be wrong. Back in the shotgun. And that looked like a fake, and the quarterback's slow to get up.
Yeah, that was well defended by Gibbs. They were not fooled at all with that little play action.
No, that play action fake didn't work out. Looks like they took about a.
It's 2nd and 16.
Wow. Yeah, so a 6-yard loss on that play.
You know, Bug, Gibbs has got the momentum right now.
Mm-hmm.
They can.
I think coming out of the half, everything we talked about they're doing, but they have to continue to finish. That's one thing they didn't do in the first half was finish, and that's something they did on that offensive drive was finish. So I think they know that they have the athleticism and the talent to beat these guys. Young running really hard right there. Good tackle behind. Looked like Gavin Collins caught up with him. So you don't want to see that.
No, you don't.
I think he was running with purpose right there. I think that last play might have hurt his feelings enough where he had something to prove.
Yeah, he's coming off the field, though. So
I think he was hollering, "Feed me." And that they did. So South Doyle now a little breathing room. Still been a good defensive stand by Gibbs so far. Almost offsides right there. A little shovel pass to. Shovel pass. It's getting a little chippy out there, Tim.
It is. I also think South Doyle's kind of found a little hole there in the middle, and they're starting to wear on Gibbs just a little bit on this drive.
And that's what the passing game late in the second half does for you. When they found that passing game late in the second half, it's opened up some run lane for them.
It does.
Looks like we're running a 2 linebacker set here and blitzing from the edges.
Pass across the middle. That was
dropped, and the quarterback took a hit. I don't know if folks at home saw that, but Gavin Collins got in and got a hit on the quarterback just as he threw the ball.
Yeah, that just kind of looked like it went through the tight end's hands there a little bit.
definitely a catchable ball. You see on the replay here. Yeah, just a tweak high it looked like, but quarterback under pressure. Here we go again with a 2nd and 10. South Doyle's going to look to the sideline for a play. Looking at the set from the coaches.
Elijah Young's back in the backfield.
And he's going to get the ball. Nice cuts by this kid. Nice. You can see why everybody is looking at him.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a Barry Sanders the way he runs.
Yeah.
As fast left to right as he is forward.
Yeah, he is going to play Division I football when he graduates.
A little laundry on the field here. Dropped a handkerchief. Could be in the area of a personal foul. I didn't see what that was, but that's going to hurt. That's one of the things that we don't want. Look like a face mask potentially there on a play like that when you got a.
Yeah, you have when you're in a game like this, in a tight game, those are the type of penalties you just have to avoid.
And these are times when players like Young thrive. So we've really got to keep an eye on him because when he finds out that he's getting to you, he's going to continue. Gibbs needs to get back that pressure in the backfield and bust these plays before they start. And it looked like the same play, Tim.
They've run the same play the last 4 times, but I think.
Yeah, so we've got some fresh players coming in here. Look for some young
2nd and 5.
fresh legs.
I think South Doyle's just decided we're just going to run it down your throat and let you try to stop us.
Yeah, and Gibbs will catch on to that, and I think they will. We've done a good job stopping it all night, but we loosened up for that passing game. So it looks like they're going to go right back to the same play. Different ball carrier here. That was number 23, which is Noah Myers, for a good gain there. But we've got 3rd down coming up. So 3rd and short. If Gibbs can get a stop here, we can force a field goal try. And I think that South Doyle, having the kicker they have, they'll go for the field goal.
Yeah, I agree.
It's 3rd and 2.
This is a big play right here. This is probably one you might look back and say, okay, did we do what we needed to do to win this football game?
Yeah, and it's going to be the same stinking play. Same play down to the 5-yard line. We've got to put some men back in the box.
Right now, Gibbs just does not have an answer for that little counter.
No, and I think the speed is killing them. That's one thing about the counter play. When you can run it with speed, it hurts. They cut so quick, it seems like, and that's just not what you want to see. I think putting an extra linebacker in there could help this.
Well, right now they've got both running backs in the backfield, so.
My money's on number 2.
Probably a pretty safe bet.
So that's who's going to get it. Young's going to get the ball. He's bottled up there and legs driving. He's going to get a couple yards and what should have been a stop for no gain.
Yeah, I think that's just fatigue starting to set in a little bit on this defense.
Yeah, we've got 25 seconds left to go here in this 3rd quarter. I think they're going to set up to run a play here and try to get a play in before the quarter ends. Down to 14 seconds. Probably getting a healthy dose of that very same play again. Oh, and wow. Bad snap. Quarterback still, I think it confused everyone. They're all following number 2. Quarterback bobbles the ball and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, that was actually a good play call. They kept looking and looking for Young, and quarterback kept it.
Yeah, he almost dropped the ball right there. It was, I thought Gibbs may have a chance at a turnover deep in their own territory, but he held on to it. That's twice tonight that South Doyle has escaped a very bad fate with a high snap on the punt and then a little bobble there in the backfield. Extra point is good.
Well, at the end of the 3rd quarter here, toward the end of the 3rd quarter, we got about 5.9 seconds left, and South Doyle's jumped out a little bit more to a commanding lead there.
Well, they're going to have this kickoff, which had been 8-9 yards deep in the end zone all night long, so I look for that same thing again here. So having this little bit of the 3rd quarter, I don't know how much that's going to help us.
But Bud, Gibbs is not out of this game yet.
No, still just a 10-point game.
Still a lot of time left in this game. They can get their composure back, do what they did in the 3rd quarter there to not only do well on offense, but to kind of slow down that South Doyle offense themselves. And I think if they can continue to do that, they can still win this game.
Yeah, Coach has got the defense over here on the sideline talking to them. I'm sure they're talking about those little counter plays that worked so well for South Doyle on that drive and some ways they're going to stop it. So what we need to do here is control the ball, move down the field, give that defense a little bit to rest, and put some points on the board. And there's another booming kick that Gibbs just kind of hangs their heads and walks towards the sidelines every time his foot hits the ball.
Wouldn't be surprised if I didn't see some Division I schools looking at him as well.
They need to be. They need to be if they're not already. So we've got Gibbs offense over here. Coach trying to get them fired up. I think they're in a good spot. It's like you said earlier, it's a winnable game still at this point. A lot of time left to go. We've proven we can move the ball if we continue to mix it up. And
be interested to see what Gibbs does here, if they take a shot or if they get to the fourth quarter.
I think they're going to stick with what they ended that last drive on. There's an option, a pitch, going to have room for a few yards. Careful not to get a block in the back there. Legs driving. That looked like that was Ethan Humphreys there on the carry.
Yeah,
So
they'll take 5 every time. So
something that I've noticed by just that's the end of the quarter, and we'll go to a break here with them in just a second, but something I've noticed legs driving on pretty much every running back they've got. So that's a real good thing. Coach has got to like what he's seeing there. But let's take a break here as they go to the fourth quarter.
Clear Springs Baptist Church will be hosting a fall festival on Saturday, September 29th. The event will be held from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. on the church campus. There will be at least 6 food trucks, a shopping market with over 50 vendors, a kids zone with inflatables and games, antique cars on display, hay rides, and much more. For more information and to see a list of all the vendors and food trucks, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net.
And we're back. Gibbs with a play, handoff there. Not much doing. Look like we got a couple yards on that carry. It's going to be third and a couple.
Looks like we got somebody down the field. That's number 75 that's slow to get up.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see if you're Gibbs. We don't need anybody getting hurt. That's look at Jared Bowling, I believe, down on the ground.
It's 3rd and 1. Official timeout.
He went down pretty quick.
That's
certainly don't want to speculate on anything, but I don't think this is one that
he walks off.
Just shakes it off and goes on. I think that there is.
He's a 250-pounder, so he's not one that we want to lose. But
yeah, you hate to lose anybody, certainly on the starting offense, but someone in that key position.
Tell you, Tim, I know you've got dogs. It's kind of off subject to this, but we got a little dog at the house. We actually got 3, but one inside. I think it's my wife's other child. But so this thing gets fleas last week. So we're dealing with fleas, and my wife hates it. She can't stand it. It's eating her life. So she treats this dog. She goes and buys this spray. Sprays this dog. Dog loses its mind. Long story short, we got about $300 wrapped up in some fleas. The dog went into shock, I think, with the flea spray. I'm laughing. Obviously, I'm sleeping again on the couch over that because I'm not taking the dog serious enough. But yeah, it's been a fun week at the Blake house. Lucy's her name, but I do kind of like her. Not really, but I'll say that just in case my wife listens a little bit. But
we made the bright idea to get 2 puppies about 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah. Well, I could see the thought process. They got a buddy for when you're going to work and school and stuff. So
they are 2 puppies.
Yeah, I can understand that. Now, that was your idea, right?
It was my idea.
Yeah.
You live and learn. You make mistakes, right?
right.
No, they're actually good dogs. We enjoy them.
So Gibbs coming back on the field. We've got him off field. He's walking. Hopefully that's something he can walk off. Quite possibly not, but the trainers have stopped tending to him. He's on the sideline here just trying to gather himself, like see him come back in.
This is a big first or third down right here for Gibbs.
Yeah,
big further down.
We can't eat it in the backfield. Looks like a false start on Gibbs there. Running back started moving just a little too soon, and that's going to hurt us.
Markers on the field. Illegal motion
and I think Brooks was going to have that first down.
Yeah.
So we've done good all night, Tim, on penalties. We've had a couple here lately, personal foul, and now this one that seemed to hurt really, really bad. So that's one of Coach's keys that we did great with in the first half. Seem to be kind of going the other way right now.
Looks like we have the center's limping just a little bit. We hope that he can shake that off here this play.
And it's been tough. Gibbs had a bye week. We got a player in motion. Gibbs had a bye week, so they've had a lot of time to prepare for this, but also coming off a loss, sometimes a bye week is not the most fun thing to do.
Yeah,
these kids are anxious to get that loss behind them.
Yeah,
and that's going to be Gibbs' last time out, Tim. We've got 11 minutes to go in the half. We've taken our final timeout. We do have a player limping, being helped off the field there.
Yeah, they don't need to lose another person on that line.
I talked to J.J. Spears some this week and was talking to him about the AE game. I did not get a chance to attend, but he was there, as he's at pretty much every Gibbs game. But he felt like we beat ourselves in that game. He felt like Gibbs was in it. He felt like they controlled a lot of the game, but the penalties killed them. Much like we've seen here late in this second half, penalties kind of eating us at the time we don't need them to happen. And a couple of had an interception. Of course, we had an interception for a touchdown as well that Gibbs scored on, but he felt like we beat ourselves in that game. And I think here late in this one, we're going to be feeling that same way again tonight at this point.
Yeah, Gibbs, for the first half of that third quarter, showed what they can do whenever they eliminate some of the mistakes, the mental mistakes, and whenever they can kind of contain Young there a little bit. But he's tough to contain.
Yeah, we're going to have another holding penalty here. It's almost a good hold because the quarterback was going to get ate up. But, again, penalties.
Yeah, that's going to back Gibbs up another probably 7 or 8 yards if they take half the distance. So,
At this point, I told Coach Turner when I talked to him this week, I said, "Now, Coach," I said, "don't be surprised if I get onto your play calling a little bit if I don't like it." I said, "I love you, though, but I may talk bad about you." And I have to say the play calling on the offensive coordinator's part tonight has been spot on. I would like to see a little bit more mix in the pass, but I understand why they've not done it. That penalty looks like they've declined that for the 4th down. We're going to get a Spangler punt here.
You got to be real careful here if you're Gibbs. You don't want to make a mistake and let it go over your head or anything like that. You want to make sure you get a good kick. It's close.
And that's
not a bad punt.
Decent kick, depending on the return. They
there
bobbled the return. South Doyle fell on it. That's what you want.
That is what you want.
So Gibbs was in position. I do feel like Spangler has been under pressure on his punts. Just barely having time to get them off, which makes a kicker nervous.
I don't think that was Young out receiving that punt. I'm a little surprised that they didn't have him in the coverage there to catch that.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw the ball hit the ground. And I lost all track of who was dropping it. But here we've got a tired defense that's going to have to keep up.
I think that you're probably going to see South Doyle just keep churning that run game. It's been working for the last quarter and a half.
And they blitz, get a little pressure on the quarterback, cause him to throw it short and low. So,
wow.
Quarterback getting up off the ground again.
I'm a little surprised at that. I mean, I would think if you're South Doyle now, you want to start thinking about chewing that clock and getting out of here with a win. But when you start passing the ball, we saw it last week with Anderson County. Whenever you guys did the broadcast for Anderson County, whenever you start throwing the ball, you lengthen the game and you give the other team an opportunity to get back in it.
You're exactly right, Tim. And we did see that. Of course, they've gone back to the run here with Young. And if I'm South Doyle, that's what I'm doing all night, the rest of the night. You're up by 2 scores. There's no reason to pass the ball as good as you're running it. I'm going to wear this defense down and make them be ready to go home.
Yeah, I agree. As much as you hate to see that, you'd love to see Gibbs have an opportunity to get the ball back here with some time, maybe a couple of times, but if they really start working that clock, it's going to be difficult for Gibbs to do that.
I think it's real important for our fans at home to realize that we're working with a younger team, new coach, new schemes, new plays, new sets. I think Gibbs is in a good spot. We're losing tonight. We just come off a loss to Austin East, but they have proven to me tonight they're capable of playing. The things that really killed us last week are coming back to haunt us in this 4th quarter. and I say last week, it was 2 weeks ago with the bye, but last game, I should say. They're coming back to haunt us, but I think we've done a good job with it tonight up to this point.
Yeah, and another thing you got to remember too is this team has put big numbers up on their first two opponents.
Yeah.
I mean, they put 55 points up or something like that for their first game and 60-something on the second game. And, you got a Gibbs team here that's held them so far to 17 points.
Yeah,
and they've been in this game the whole time. They've done well. And so, I'm not one to take on moral victories or anything like that, but you can certainly learn and improve. And I think this team's really maybe found their identity tonight, what they're capable of if they keep their head in the game and actually execute and all that. And I think Gibbs is going to have some games this year that they're going to surprise the folks.
And I'm with you. As a coach, you can't harp on moral victories too much. I think you do walk in the locker room and say, guys, we beat ourselves tonight. You held a team that's scoring 50, 60 points a game to whatever it ends up being the final score.
Right.
Right now it looks like it's going to be respectable, but you can't harp on that. But I think you do have to mention it. Looks like that's going to be just a little short. About 6 inches on the measurement there, so it's going to be third down. But I am impressed. I like where the program's headed, I think, after what I see tonight. I think that we all kind of came into this season knowing that, I don't want to use the word rebuilding because you have players coming up every year in high school and you've got seniors coming up every year.
Right.
But we lost a lot.
Right.
We lost a head coach. We lost a lot of really talented players, both in the trenches and at the skilled position.
I think Coach Turner's main goal right now should be to make sure that he instills in these guys that, hey, we got a lot of season left. We got a lot of football to play.
Yep.
And, we don't need to get down on ourselves. We need to figure out what we need to do better and go into next week and line them up again.
Yeah, and I think he's the man with the character to do that. If there's one thing that I really, really like about Coach Turner, it's his character and the way he is a role model for these boys. We talked about doing interviews with Coach, and I said, Coach, we don't have to do post-game interviews with you. I said, I understand sometimes that can be a tough night. He said, no, sir. He said, I've got to show these boys how that you've got to suck it up and deal with it. He said, when we lose, we lose. Oh, what a great catch over the middle. That's going to end up being a touchdown. So
he took a shot, too.
Another big play. Quarterback's getting up off the ground. That's just good execution on offense. Gibbs was in the right position in the backfield hitting the quarterback, and we were right on him. He just made a great catch on that play.
Yeah, that was just a good play. He stayed in the backfield, took a shot, got it to his guy, and scored.
We're going to have an extra point here that I feel like is going to be good. But back to Coach, he wants to do the things to show the kids how to play the game, both on the field. Looks like we'll have an offsides on Gibbs there. We're still a little jumpy.
Markers on the play, penalty offside against the Eagles.
Both on and off the field, he wants to show them how to act and how to be sportsmen. Unfortunately, we're not set up right now to do the post-game interviews because we'd have to drag Coach all the way up here to the booth, and we don't want to do that. So we're working on getting us a sideline set up where we can get to him. So he's willing, we're just not able.
Another thing, too, is that Gibbs, they've got a long stretch here where they had their bye week early. So you can't get down at this point. You got to, you got 6-7 more games here in a row that you got to get up for. And so
good extra point. I think we're going to be looking for a kickoff to go in the end zone here. Let's take a quick break while we wait on this kick and get back.
Psalms 85:6, the scripture says, "Wilt thou not revive us again, that thy people may rejoice?" Hello, I'm Justin Pratt, the senior pastor at Clear Springs Baptist Church. I want to take this opportunity to give you a personal invitation to join our church family on October the 14th through the 17th with a revival meeting at Clear Springs Baptist Church with evangelist C.T. Townsend. We invite you to come as we seek God and ask Him to pour His Spirit out upon us. Preaching will be Brother C.T. Townsend. He and his wife Becky will be singing for us each night, as well as the Clear Springs Baptist Church Choir. So this is your personal invitation. Come and join us October the 14th through the 17th for our fall revival with evangelist C.T. Townsend. We'll see you there.
All right, right, and we're back here for the kickoff. South Doyle most likely going to put this one almost through the goalpost like they've done all night. We'll see here. Another booming kick.
It's a little short.
And it's into the end zone. That was returnable, but I think they've been so used to it going back all night. He's probably going to wish he had that one back. That was Keegan Katz standing back there waiting on that punt. Or, excuse me, kickoff, along with Bryson Schoen. I think they're going to wish they'd had that one back, maybe get an opportunity. First down, sponsored by You're Kidding Me Children's. Again, that's over here right in the heart of Corydon, Tazewell Pike in the IGA Shopping Center. Kids from 6 weeks up to 5th grade.
Gibbs really needs to put the drive here to have a shot in this game. So.
Going to run off tackle here. I like the play call. Stretching the field. And he lost his footing on that artificial turf. Still going to be enough for a first down. That's Justin Summers showing a little speed there to get outside.
That was an impressive little play. I'm not sure if the personnel still the same for South Doyle on defense. They haven't pulled anybody at this point, have they? Are we still in the first?
I think so. I think we'll go through that for the at least till their next possession anyway. Calling for man in motion, that's Katz. Play back over here to Percival. Short gain, a couple yards, clock still rolling.
Pass complete to Jonathan Percival.
I do like the mix up here, where we just got 2 yards on that play coming off first down. So
Jonathan's had a pretty good night tonight. A couple passes there that he's caught that sure hands there on those, and he's done a pretty good job tonight.
I've said before that I'm impressed with our wide receivers tonight, catching the ball. When their hands got on it, they brought it in. Quarterback probably going to wish he had pitched that one. Oh, Wright's going to wish that he had taken that. He took a hit on that one pretty hard and the loss, so we're going to be looking at a third down and long here.
Yeah.
Gillette
has contained that middle section all night long.
He can contain it by standing there. He's a man, got his own zip code down there, 315 pounds.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, to run around him, they had to run 5 yards. I hope I don't ever have to line up against him.
Oh, we got to air it out here.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that. I don't think Percival knew where that ball was.
Yeah.
He wasn't running with any intent down the sideline. I think he felt like he was covered and wasn't looking for the ball. And that's one thing that I think Wright's got to work on, is not throwing into intense coverage. If it's not there, don't force it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Wright would have seen right there to make that pass. Maybe he was just trying to make something happen. We're getting here down below 7 minutes, coming up on 7 minutes,
Well, and I tell you, Wright's not a short guy at 5'11", but it also makes it a little tougher to see over these linemen, particularly South Doyle's got some tall defensive linemen.
Gibbs went for it on 4th down from their own 33 there. I'm
not a fan of that call.
First and 10 Cherokees.
With players limping on and off the field, I think I punt that one and cut my losses, but I guess we can't ever say that Coach isn't trying to win, right?
All right. I'm surprised that they're keeping their first offense in at this point in the game. You're up by 17 points with 7.5 minutes. I'm not sure about this call, but
for 2 reasons. You don't want to get these guys hurt with a team that's got something to play for, and at the other side of the ball is you got kids you need to develop.
Right.
Gibbs is a good team to let them get some plays in. And right there you got Young. That could have been a twisted knee right there in a heartbeat.
It could have been.
So I'm with you on that, Tim. I don't like keeping the starters in at this point. But I guess that's why we're up here and they're down there.
Yeah, I'd still be surprised if we don't see them come out here once we get to the 5-minute mark. If they're still in after that, I would be shocked.
I tell you what, that's how you put up 50 and 60 points a game, though, like South Doyle's been doing, is you run them all night. And I don't like that for multiple reasons.
Yeah, well, sometimes that stuff will come back to bite you down the road whenever you do that. But
let's hope for the kids' sake that it don't. We don't want to wish anything on them, but that's what you run the risk of. That's why in preseason NFL football you see starters for about a play. Most times, did Peyton Manning ever play a preseason game?
I don't think he did.
I don't know that he ever set foot on the field.
Especially running backs, especially that position, you typically don't see them stay in the game unless once they get to a point where they can pull them.
Well, Elijah Young got wrapped up there in what could have been a scary situation with a foot planted in that turf. Like I said, quarterback keep up the middle. That's hurt us all night long. He's going to score.
And it's going to be a touchdown for South Doyle.
Yeah, and we're going to have to do a better job moving the ball, but that's hurt us all night long. We've not been able to contain that quarterback. It's been wide open, and I think we are probably spying Young, so we're giving up 2 defenders on him probably. And that's how a player like him is so invaluable, because he doesn't have to carry the ball to hurt you.
Yeah, well, when you have a talented quarterback as they have, it's tough to defend. Once you get one guy stopped, it opens it up for somebody else. So
and they've got athletes all over the field, and that's one thing I've learned about Gibbs tonight. We've got some athletes all over the field. I've been impressed with some of the speed, some of the drive of these players. I want to take though right now and thank our production crew. We've got David Savage on the camera outside for us. Jared Kidwell, who puts every bit of this together. You guys are seeing these graphics on the screen. We've had a few hiccups tonight, and you're going to have that with this kind of operation. I wish you could see what we're working with up here, but it's flat out amazing what Jared's done with this.
Yeah, this is a first-class operation for sure. Let's take a little bit of a break here, and we'll be back in just a second.
Clear Springs Baptist Church will be hosting a fall festival on Saturday, September 29th. The event will be held from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. on the church campus. There will be at least 6 food trucks, a shopping market with over 50 vendors, a kids zone with inflatables and games, antique cars on display, hay rides, and much more. For more information and to see a list of all the vendors and food trucks, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net.
And welcome back to Gibbs High School as they kick it off. A low kick that lands about the 13. It is picked up.
A chance to return one here. See what this special teams runs into his own man. Good return, though. Good
26. Return. Brought down about the 26. And unfortunately, that was brought down. He was brought down by his own man. Yeah. So this first down, sponsored by Your Kid and Me, serving kids from 6 weeks to 5th grade in the heart of the Gibbs community. Thank you again to our sponsors tonight. Your Kid and Me, they're great people, and I know that they would love to cater to your needs when it comes to taking care of your children. So this week's picks, and we're going to do this each week with a few of the football games between Bud, myself, and Justin, our pastor. Miami and LSU. Bud and Justin have LSU winning. I have Miami winning. Bud, that is that's going to be a game, I think, and it's going to be, it's in Atlanta at the new stadium, and I think it's going to be 2 quality games, and that's going to be another first down for Gibbs right there. Michigan and Notre Dame, all 3 of us have Michigan winning that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the thing, going back to LSU, I'm just not a fan of Miami. So that's kind of a personal pull there.
Right.
But, yeah, I think Michigan, to me, is a shoe of Notre Dame. Got a little bit of a mishandled handoff there.
Going to be brought down for a 1-yard loss. And then our next game on the college picks this week is Auburn and Washington. All 3 of us, again, have picked Auburn. And I think it's just too much SEC speed for Washington. They're a good team, but SEC speed is killer.
Yeah, I think they're in a league of their own down there in that game. So, interesting to see, though, how the rest of this season goes with these picks. What do we have up for grabs to this little competition? Is there anything?
We will come up with that. I will be leaving for work here in the next couple weeks, and Tim will take over for me. And I hope I hold a good record till he takes over.
There you go. Well, talking about that LSU game and the Miami, the one thing I've never been a huge fan of Miami, but I like Mark Richt.
Yeah.
So
good Christian guy.
I like what he's doing down there. I like what he did at Georgia. I do like him. I've just never been a fan of Miami, so I kind of pick on them based on passion. But I think that's going to be a good game nonetheless, no matter who wins. I just had to pick LSU on that one. So Gibbs under center here. At this point, you're trying to bleed clock. You're trying to just stop the bleed. Good run up the middle here by Brooks.
First down by Brooks. That man has been a man on a mission tonight. That's a first down. You're kidding me. Again, go see those folks for your child care needs. So, Bud, the big question that I have for you, those games are cool and all, but what about this Tennessee and West Virginia game?
You know, my beautiful, lovely, awesome wife is taking my beautiful daughter to Dollywood tomorrow, and I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to record it. I don't need hard problems at this point.
Yeah.
I don't need the stress. What's some speed here coming around the
number
edge from
4.
Gibbs. That's going to be Barnes on the
Barnes,
carry.
quick.
Wow. I'd like to see some more of that tonight. Where's he been?
Exactly. So first down and 10. It's another you're kidding me first down for the Eagles. I think this West Virginia and Tennessee game is going to be close. I know a lot of people are calling for maybe a blowout. There's a few of the national media that are picking a blowout. We've got one with Kirk Hurstreet that is picking an upset. But I think it's going to be a close game tomorrow in Charlotte. And I'm excited to watch it. Justin has picked Tennessee to win tomorrow, and I hope he's right.
Yeah, I'm afraid to pick on that game, but another strong carry by Brooks. We've been talking all night about a player of the game, and 2 names stand out to me is Isaiah Brooks and Gavin Collins. We had Gavin on the touchdown carry, and we have Isaiah Brooks, who's been running hard all night. I don't know that I can pick one.
Yeah, and our player of the game is powered by Gibbs Family Practice. They are right there with IGA in the Corrigan community, and they are great people. And it's close to home for a lot of our viewers, and a lot of people, will travel all the way out west when we have dependable ambulatory care in the Gibbs community.
Well, and IGA, speaking of, we've mentioned their parking lot numerous times, one of our sponsors. Great hometown store owned by the Longmires. Joe and Dale have owned that. I actually worked there back in the middle 90s when it used to be where the Home Federal Bank is now. So we want to thank them for their sponsorship. We've got a commercial to come for them next week, I think. But they've been a part of this community for a long time.
Yes, and they're always taking care of our community churches, our community schools, and we appreciate them very much.
I don't think that I can say enough nice things about the IGA and the folks that own it.
Absolutely.
Just good people there. Good store. My wife shops there, and I don't know if I mentioned how beautiful and lovely she is tonight, but I'll throw that out there. Trying to get off the couch tonight, Jeremy. If you don't see that.
Yeah, I'm worried about you.
I've had the
back
fleas
problems.
we've had the fleas with the dog, and
yeah.
I sort of misstepped on that one. She told me to tell her not to eat. I don't know what you're doing. It's a lose-lose situation.
It is a lose-lose situation. Stacy, don't do that to my buddy, bud.
Yeah, we got a pass here again. Wright is just not on his game with a pass, and that could be a misrun route by the wide receiver. So don't let me put that all on the quarterback. But it's kind of all night long. Our passing game's been a little bit off. The ones we have completed have been short passes coming out of the backfield.
A lot of 3-yard outs. A lot of those.
Yeah, I want to see a little bit more number 4 here. I like that speed I saw.
So it's going to be 4th down and 9 for the Gibbs Eagles with 2:24 left in the ball game.
I like this call. I like number 4 right here.
And here he goes around the end, breaks a tackle. He's at the 20 and is brought
That's going to be
down.
really close. I believe he's got the spot for the first down there.
He got down to the 17.
Yeah, I think we might have found something in him. I don't know how much playing time he got against Austin East, but I like what I'm seeing out of him. Got some speed, and he's breaking some tackles here, and that's another first down sponsored by You're Kidding Me.
I tell you, not only is his speed there, but he has got good vision.
I think that Tim and I were talking earlier about moral victories, and you don't want to harp on those. You don't want to just have moral victories. No. But I think a touchdown right here does a lot for Gibbs going into next week.
It does, and it's this is a tough loss, and I understand that this is going to put them 0-2 for the season, but there is a lot to gain strength from tonight. You've moved the ball effectively a lot of times during this ball game. Your defense stood up for the majority until we got to the fourth quarter. A couple of breaks in coverage, a couple broken tackles, and, we've got the score we do now. Here's the number 4 again around the left end. He is almost chopped down, but stays on his feet. He is still on his feet, spins out of it, and is brought down at about the 7-yard line. And, Bud, I really like what I'm seeing.
This is
from him.
Clatavius Barnes, and I like him.
Yes.
I like him a lot. Looking ahead, next week we've got David Crockett away, so that's going to be an away game. We're not going to be there for that. Hopefully we'll be able to do that next year, potentially get some away games. It's been a project putting together just the home games, and for the folks wondering how we're not getting those, there's a little bit with these different counties.
Oh, blown up.
Yeah,
And
that ball's on the ground.
But that
South Bull's calling that they've got it.
That play was blown up from the beginning.
South Bull ball.
I hate to see that.
Yeah. But these back to what I was talking about, these away games, we've got to get with ADs, we've got to get with these other districts to be able to get in there, as well as getting all of our equipment out there. But it's tough to get in there. So some of these press boxes are not that big, and it's just hard to get a spot. So it's not, for the folks at home, it's not that we don't want to be there. It's just it can be challenging sometimes. So we're working towards that with the athletic director here at Gibbs to reach out and try to get us some stuff there. But there's limited space a lot of times. So it's not that we don't want to. It's just right now it's not 100% possible.
You know, and it's we're very appreciative of Gibbs allowing our church to do this, and our church is obviously Clear Springs Baptist, and we would love to have y'all come visit us. Sunday morning starts with Sunday school at 9 a.m., and then church service starts at 10:15, and great choir, great preaching all the way around, and we would love to have your family to come visit with us.
Yeah, if you don't have a home church and you're looking for somewhere, come see us. Seeing something here Tim was talking about, we're getting some second-string players here in on offense for South Doyle, give them some opportunity to play, and then preserve some of these starters for next week. So I like that move by their coach to not run the risk of an injury and then get some kids some playing time. We got 16 seconds winding down. I think they're pretty content just to end this game right here, probably on this next run. I think that's probably going to be the last play of the game, Jeremy.
It is. So, Bud, as far as your player of the game, who do you want to go with?
I don't think I can pick between Brooks and Collins. I know Collins had the touchdown, but I think Brooks drove his legs all night long. And in my mind, it's between those two.
Well, let's just call it them both player of the game. Your player of the game this week brought by Gibbs Family Practice in the same shopping center as IGA in the heart of the Corrigan community. Ambulatory care center, primary care physicians. Go and see those guys. Another sponsor that I would like to thank as the game ends tonight, 31-7, is Avalon Lawn Care. They take care of my yard, and they are some of the best in the Knoxville area, the best in the Knoxville area. Yep. And they do aerating, they do fertilizing, they do overseeding, all that stuff to meet your fall needs. Give those guys a call.
All right. Well, I think we've seen tonight, Jeremy, we've got something to work with here. We've got a team. I think we've got a good coaching staff. I have been thrilled with the play calling tonight. Everybody's obviously going to have their own opinion, but I think our kids played hard. I think they've proven to themselves what they can be against a very, very good. Let's remind folks at home, South Bulls put up about 110 points over the first two games. So Gibbs so far held them to their lowest point total. But they've done a great job tonight.
Yeah, they held them below their game average. And I'm very proud of our boys tonight. I'm very proud of the way they played. And a lot of guys weren't expecting this. There is a lot to be built off this. There's a foundation to be built off of this game, and I'm proud of them. Yep. So, guys, it was great having all of our viewers tonight. This is the Clear Springs Sports Network. We'll see you next time.
Avalon is a unique company as we are family-oriented and staffed by the best lawn care specialists in our area. With over 20 years of experience in the green industry and a degree in production horticulture from Walter State, Russ DeLugas, our owner, prides himself on customer service and experience. Avalon is your one-stop shop for all residential and commercial lawn and landscape needs. Contact us today, and soon you too can experience the Avalon difference.
Reaching out and helping the community with basic needs is the function of the Clear Springs Hope Mission House. Our house accepts donations of clothing, household items, furniture, shoes, bedding, appliances, dishes, home decor, and more. We accept, sort, and organize donations and offer it to those in need for whatever reason in the community. The Mission House is open to the public on the second and fourth Thursday of every month from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. The house is located at the Tazewell Pike entrance of the church campus. For more information, please see our website at clearspringsbaptist.net.
Thanks for tuning in and watching our broadcast tonight. I'm Justin Pratt, the senior pastor at Clear Springs Baptist Church. Generally, on Friday nights in the fall, you can find me under the lights somewhere in East Tennessee on a football field. But on Sundays, you can find me and my family here worshiping at Clear Springs Baptist Church. We want to invite you and your family to join us too. Sunday school, 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings. Sunday morning worship at 10:15. Sunday nights we gather at 6 o'clock. And then on Wednesdays at 6:30. This is my personal welcome for you and your family to visit us at Clear Springs Baptist Church.